I'm sure you guys have seen people do a slack pull when they deadlift. It just looks really cool when someone pulls all of that slack out of the bar and the bar bends all the way up before they initiate the rep. Ta-da! Today I'm going to tell you why 99% of the people that I've seen do the slack pull completely wrong. Now I'm going to show you the common ways that I see people doing it wrong, and then I'm going to show you the right way to do it and tell you the right reasoning behind doing a slack pull. Now, I've been playing various clips of myself doing slack pulls throughout the beginning of the video, but now we're going to go through step by step of my slack pull, why I'm doing things a certain way, and what I'm getting out of a slack pull, so that you guys can understand it and maybe implement it yourself if you're interested. So now for the step by step. So first, obviously, I bend over to the bar, grip the bar. The first thing I'm going to do is going to shift my hips up and back while simultaneously pulling up on the bar to pull as much slack as I can out of it. Now I'm going to do that first. So just to reiterate again, up, hips up and back, pulling on the bar, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean back, keeping that tension in the bar, as you can see. Keeping that tension, leaning back, and as I'm leaning, I'm pushing with my legs until I get to this point. And as you can see, once I'm down into that position, you can see that the bar is, or the weight is already off of the ground. It floated off of the ground as soon as I got into position. Let's go through it one more time. Go down, grip the bar really tight, hips up and back, pulling as much slack as I can, and I'm going to lean back and push and push and push and push, and as soon as I get into the proper position, you can already see that weight floats off the ground. Let's pull it in full motion here, boom, up, back, boom. Now let's look at a couple examples of the most common incorrect ways that I see people do slack pulls. First is off to a good start.
Wait a minute!
So they pull the slack out of the bar with their hip shoot, but then they lose it, and I'm playing a clip of myself here because this is what I did at the start. They lose that slack as they come down back into the bar, and then they end up ripping the bar off the ground anyways, effectively just undoing all of the slack that they actually pulled out. This is by far the most common thing that I see when people are trying to do it, and it's something that I struggle with personally, as you can see. The purpose of the slack pull is two main things. One is to make sure that you're putting your full force in the correct starting position, so you don't have your lower back rounding immediately, you don't have your hips shooting up, or you don't fall forward because you started with your hips too high. The second reason is to start the main force of your pull with a tensioned position. When you jerk the bar off the ground and you don't have full tension, you are basically putting the entire load of the weight on your back at one time. This is likely to cause you to lose position and make the rest of the lift harder. When done properly, a slack pull will put you in the perfect position when you start the lift, and you'll have enough tension already into your position that it'll be a lot harder to lose position when compared to your grip and rip methods, or incorrectly doing a slack pull. This is easier said than done, and if really making an honest attempt at it, you're going to have to accept the fact that you are going to see a regression in strength when trying to implement this technique. However, if you are someone who struggles to find the correct starting position like me, or struggles to keep in position off the floor, this technique is going to be invaluable for your long-term deadlift progress. That is all I got, friends. I really appreciate you guys watching, and if you enjoyed this, consider subscribing for more honest fitness and powerlifting tips in the future.